Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Pops, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock, turn it up. We giving a show, but can you rock it?
All right, Coach, it's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are at Wintry First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Cleveland Browns. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Yeah, that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Second and 11 at the 13-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Real. Let's get out the field, defense.
Mayfield down. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
First and 10.
On first and 10, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's second and 18. Throwing. Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for first and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Go!
To throw, Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Now Mayfield. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
At their own 27-yard line.
Let's go. 18 Gator. He's on your west. He's checking crap. Ready.
Now they try the right side here. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Raiders.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They run the counter. Henley, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
50 plants. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Second and 11. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line.
First down, Raiders.
They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now a give, right side. Rolling. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. From 17 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. I think that's the dream start right there. The defense stands up on the opening drive, then they go right down the field and score.
It's a positive start for your offense and your defense. And when you're talking about playoff football, what a great way to get things going.
Everything is magnified and amped up a little bit more.
To put it mildly.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game.
Hey, box truck.
Mayfield on first down. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Following the penalty, Chubb. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. From the gun, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Clelin Ferrell. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Browns send out their punter now. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Raiders 7, Browns 0.
The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
Let's go now. 8, read.
Big stop, D.
Tupper.
Rush in. Rush in.
To throw is Ross on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Orbit.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. 24 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. You can't block me.
Hey!
You can't block me.
Hey, Haywood!
Watch 98. 98's the mic. Here I come.
I got you.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to air one out. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Ross throwing to start the drive. And that is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Ross. Going to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Call it a gain of 5. And they're going to face a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. From the gun on third down, Ross firing quickly here, and that's complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Check 99. Check 99.
Ready?
On 4th down, Ross. And that is going to be incomplete. The Tide Bulls tried it, went for it, but it didn't pay off. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mayfield to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Benson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mayfield looks to throw. Got a man open. It's Sutton. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 on a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Well, earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play, because when you take those shots downfield, You open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Hey, Alpha.
56 to Mike, boys.
Hurry.
56. So don't say nothing. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back, huh?
Slam.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It certainly wasn't one of the more conventional plays ever run, but it gained a first down, and they got the ball in the hands of a playmaker.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Ross now, from the gun, he'll throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Like 22, he's coming. 22's takes 3. 218, chop it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now Ross operating from the gun. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. This quarterback now, 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. From the gun, Ross. And he's taken down inside the 30. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now they're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Yes.
Right there. 56. I got him.
To throw is Ross. Throwing again. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hey, Echo.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Here we go.
Big river.
Operating from the gun, Ross. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
64,
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Freestone, Travis.
Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Protein spell. 10.
Now a give right side. Henley works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On the ready.
Hey, I'm coming. Check out.
80 weapons.
Ross from the gun on 3rd down. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand.
Let's go.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 15-yard line.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
At the 8-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
That's the way.
Now a give, right side. Rolling. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Check it back.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And that'll set him back 5. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Raiders 21, Browns nothing.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Mayfield. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense, and what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot, and that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
90 Wolf. Recon, 132 fighter.
Here's Ross on 1st down. This will be caught inside the 10. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. From 8 yards out. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Lutz to try to add the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Raiders 28, Browns nothing. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's going to get taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Browns drive about to get started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mayfield. Wide open receiver complete. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
A lone second remains now in this third quarter. A second down throw for Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Hey, alert, 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 alert!
3rd and long for Mayfield. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
He'll take it at the 42. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. A great effort there. 42 yards as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Makes the score Raiders 35, Browns nothing.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Mayfield now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
56.
2nd and long.
56.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
It's now 3rd down.
Bravo.
56.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at their 48-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check. Fresno.
Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Room to run inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 yards.
Eat. Hey, you're
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Browns' drive about to get started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches, be honest, don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Mayfield on 4th down. He completes this to Sutton. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Bound to lose one.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Down. 8, read.
I'm trying to collect.
Look at me. Zipper.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator. 2.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Looking middle, and that's complete.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never